kama peke cheng. Anasemanga peke cheng. Niponge nisiponge. You guys unasema niponge nisiponge. Niponge nisiponge. Now, what is this red? I hope everybody is nini, because when I live here, I hope everybody is. Let's go. On behalf of the Senate Justice, Legal Affairs and Human Rights Committee, I want to confirm to the nation that next week on Thursday we have summoned the DCI and DPP to appear before my committee, and probably a joint committee between us and the National Assembly, which will discuss with the chair of JLAC in the National Assembly, Honorable Cheptumo, to discuss issues of national importance. Because when we saw the fight between DCI and DPP on the latest case of Kenya Ports Authority, where Dr. Mandugu and others were being accused of graft within the Kenya Ports Authority, we thought as a committee in our own motion, which we have powers under Standing Order 232 of the Senate Standing Orders, to summon the DCI and DPP to come and share with the committee what the status. One is why they are fighting. Two is on the status on the fight against corruption and the cases of drug trafficking in the country and other major cases. Secondly, you have to note that DCI and DPP sits in multi-agency team that is being chaired by the Attorney General but formed by the President. And this MAT has always assisted in legislative interventions, issues that have been arisen in the fight against corruption and the issues of drug trafficking, among other issues. So the fact that some of the two members of MAT, which is multi-agency team that is being chaired by the AG, that was formed by the President to look into the issues of corruption, we think it wise that we need the DCI and DPP to come before our committee to share and engage on all these issues so that we can resolve once and for all. It is not good for the country to have the DCI and DPP fighting. It is not good for the country. And therefore, the Kenya Ports Authority case was a classical case, and therefore, as a committee next week on Thursday, we'll be sitting to listen to them, because this will expose and will undermine the fight against corruption. We don't want the DPP or the DCI to be the rubber stamp of either DPP or DCI. But we want them to work complementary to ensure that we fight corruption in this. Secondly is that they should give us the status of the major cases, because most of these cases have been reported to the media. We need these cases to be handled once and for all and ensure that they give status update. Because for the last 2 years, we have been seeing high-profile arrests, high-octane cases that have been made. We need also them to brief the nation on the status of corruption cases before the courts that we have. And finally, at a later date, we'll also engage the judiciary, not to discuss the cases because it will be sub judice, but to discuss on how, because you remember now we are discussing about the budget, and we have added 1 billion to judiciary to ensure they finish on the development projects that we have. So we shall also be engaging judiciary, not to discuss the cases in court per se, but to discuss on how we can assist them in ensuring that we expeditiously deal with corruption cases that we have. Na nafikiri jambo hilo kwa wale DCI na DPP, kwa sababu wanaketi katika ile MAT na pia ni members wa MAT, because we have the Attorney General there, lazima tusuluhishe tofauti ambazo wako nazo, ndio isikuje kuhujumu yale kupambana na mambo ya ufisadi na zile kesi za human trafficking na drug trafficking ambazo zinaendelea. Tunajua kule pwani kuna shida za mambo ya madawa ya kulevya, na tulikuwa tumefurahi wakati DCI na DPP walikuwa wanashughulikia mambo kama hayo. Masuala ya ufisadi pia lazima wapewe kipaumbele, kwa sababu lazima tusikue na wale, na unaonekana the cartels wale wanapambana na ufisadi sasa wameingia katika DCI na DPP, ndio tunaona hiyo mvutano. Hatusemi kuwa yale masuala DPP anafanya lazima DCI akuwe rubber stamp. Hatusemi yale masuala DPP anafanya lazima DCI akuwe rubber stamp ama wakuwe katika competition. Tunataka yale masuala ambayo wako naye lazima, na ndio maana Alhamisi ijayo tutakuwa tunawahitaji hawa wakuje katika bunge la Seneti, kikao maalum, wakuje waelezee wa Kenya kwa nini wanapigana katika badala ya kusaidia kupambana na ufisadi. Hii si mambo ya competition, hii ni complementary work ambayo tunatarajia. Ya pili, hatutaki pia ile mpigano wao undermine ile mambo ambaye ilianzishwa, multi-agency in the fight against corruption, ambaye imefomiwa, ambaye Attorney General ndio chairperson wa hiyo kamati. So as we want to sit with them on 2 issues to stop these issues of fighting. Secondly is to ensure they brief the nation kuhusu zile status, kwa sababu najua wananchi wanajiuliza, magazeti yalikuwa yameandika headlines kubwa kuhusu ufisadi fulani, na hatujawahi kuhakikisha hawa kiasi ya kesi hizo zimefika wapi. So wiki ijayo tutatarajia wakuje watuambie mbona wanapigana. Ya pili, watuambie ile kesi ya status ya corruption, kwa sababu kesi ambayo imeleta vita hapa ni ile ya Kenya Ports Authority ya Daktari Mandugu. Na nafikiri hayo ni masuala ambayo tunataka tujadiliane, kwa sababu ni kama hii kupambana na ufisadi kuna kupigana mahali fulani, kwa sababu inaitwa sacred cows. So nafikiri tutaweza kusaidiana, na Alhamisi ijayo lazima tuketi tuhakikishe tumeshughulikia yale masuala kulingana na mujibu wa sheria. Na nimesema standing orders inatupea uwezo fulani ambaye standing 232 kusummon, na even the Constitution of Kenya to summon all these individuals to come and share with the country. And therefore the DCI and DPP must stop fighting. We want to know why they are fighting. Could it because they are fighting because they are working hard to achieving? And we are not saying the DPP should be the rubber stamp of DCI. We are not saying DCI should be the rubber stamp of the DPP. We are summoning them on Thursday next week as a committee to come and share with the country on the reasons why they are fighting, because it will undermine the fight against corruption and the fight against drug trafficking and human trafficking in the country. And secondly, to brief the country on the status of fight against corruption. Because from where we sit, it seems that there are sacred cows and the fight against corruption. And all these issues will be brought into context. And thirdly and finally, is also we wouldn't want them to fight because they sit in multi-agency team that was formed by the president to coordinate the fight against corruption, other major cases as human trafficking and drug trafficking. So as a committee, we'll be looking into those issues so that we stop these issues of DCI, DPP fighting over cases. There could be something fishy about fighting over these cases. We want to establish as to why they are fighting, because they should not be competing, they should be complementing against each other. So next week, we are looking forward to discussing those issues. And if there is a problem, we are willing as a committee to mediate and resolve those issues so that the DPP and DCI can work together for the betterment of this country in the fight against corruption, in the fight against human trafficking and drug trafficking. And you remember also we are handling issues of extrajudicial killings and enforced disappearance. We want to sit with them because these are major actors that will assist us in also fighting extrajudicial killings, enforced disappearance, be it in Northern Kenya, be it in Coast Province and even in Kisumu. And all those issues will be sitting and ensuring we have to come at a conclusion. And they must brief the country on the status on the fight against corruption.
Are you concerned about the lost romance?
Am I concerned with?
About the lost romance between the two?
No, we are concerned as a committee the lost romance between the two. We want them to work not in competition but in complementary, because we know the work of DCI is to investigate, the work of DPP is to prosecute. That is why when the DCI finishes the file, they forward it to DPP. The DPP will look at the legal standards and the prima facie case before forwarding to the magistrate or any other judicial option. So we are concerned that we don't want them to love each other. This is not a marriage. We want them to complement each other, and that is what we are looking forward to. We are not saying that they should connive or come together to do something illegal. What we are concerned is that they should come together for the betterment of the country, and that is why we are concerned with the bromance that is of late we have not seen between them, because we want them to ensure that they fight corruption jointly. No, we are not in any way wakosane. Tunataka wafanye kazi pamoja. Hiyo ndio jambo letu. Hata tukiwaita, hatuwaiti kukuja kuwatenganisha. Tunawaita kuja kuwarudiane, kwa sababu wanajua kazi ya DCI ni kuchunguza. Kazi ya DPP ni kuendeleza mashtaka kotini. Hiyo ndio tunaangalia katika hiyo mkutano. Hatutaki watengane, tunataka wafanye kazi kulingana na mujibu wa sheria na katiba. Asanteni sana. Wewe unafika kama mkutano inapush?